And this is UFC Fight Night 101 Bro Picks. This is going to be Whittaker versus Brunson. Great card. This is Ricky.
What's up, guys? It's Justin. It's a pretty good card. Not the best card, but there's some good fights.
Correct. It's going to be a great main event. Great main event. The rest of the card is okay.
Yeah, main event's good. There's a couple other good fights. Before we start off, let's do a shout out to UFC Betting Sharks. We're both in the group. It's a very good group. Thank you, Mitch and Sharif, for running it, and I look forward to looking in that group every day. So, all right, guys, you want to start off?
All right. Yeah. I want to give a big thanks to you guys, Sharif and Mitch. You guys are sick. But yeah, we got the first fight. We're gonna start it off with not too excited about, to be honest. We got Zhikui from the Ultimate Fighter China, I think, and Janelle Lausa. I think this guy Yao also beat Edmund Nolan Tickman. And kind of, I'm not really impressed by him. Tickman didn't beat him, but anyway, I'm not too impressed about be a slow. I'm gonna go with Janelle for this pick. I haven't really seen much tape of him, but I think he's I don't know. I just really think Yao is not a great fighter. He's kind of boring, and point is to Nolan Tickman. The rest he's lost. So he's even lost to Royston Lee, and I think that guy's horrible. So I was falling asleep when I was trying to watch tape on these guys. So yeah, I'm not too impressed with these fights. I'm probably gonna go with Janelle just because he's a new guy, make a name for himself. What do you think?
Yeah, I hope this isn't a boring fight, but this isn't a fight I'll be betting on. Janelle's 6-2, the other dude's 2-4. I'm definitely gonna go with Janelle. I think he's better on the feet. I don't think Yao has that much to offer on the feet. He's more of a wrestler. And if he can't take Janelle down, it's going to be a long night for Yao. So I got Janelle, probably by decision.
Yeah. Move on to the next fight.
All right, man. Next fight, we got Marlon Vera, 7-3-1, versus Ning Guangyou in the bantamweight division. I'm going with Vera. I think Vera has a good ground game. If I can see him mixing it up and taking down Ning. Ning's been tested positive, in the past. This fight was supposed to be, I think, happening twice or something like that, 2 different times. This is the 3rd time it's being rescheduled. So, but Ning has some power on the feet, but I see Marlon taking him down, and I see him getting the sub. So. Even if Ning takes him down, he's going to be in trouble because Marlon's very good off his back. So Marlon's a good ground guy, and I think Marlon has a good chin as well. And he impressed me versus Davey Grant. I know he lost in that fight, but he still looked pretty decent. And Ning is not that impressive in my opinion. Not a lot of those China guys are, a couple, but he's not that impressive. He gasses out. He doesn't have that much to offer besides a little on the feet. And he's not that much of a ground games guy. So I'm going to go with Marlon Vera with the sub. What about you?
So I definitely agree with some of the things you said. I really think this guy Ning is a one-trick pony. He's just hoping he lands that one punch and then knocks out. That's all I've really seen from him. All he really has is that one punch. Marlon definitely has a lot more tricks up his sleeve. I think he's got the better ground game. And he has a lot more. He throws in a lot more volume too. So I think that says a lot for this division because, it's not really likely. And to be honest, I think Vera has a chin on him, dude. He's a warrior. He's one of these Hispanic fighters that they just like to brawl. But that is kind of dangerous when you're going in against a guy like Ning Guangyou. But I think if Marlon plays it smart and just outstrikes him and maybe takes him down, I think this should be an easy fight for him. But there's no such. I take that back. There's no such thing as an easy fight. But he should be able to win this pretty decisively, I think, as long as Ning doesn't catch him slipping. So I'm probably going to go with Marlon Vera with the decision. Probably pretty dominant. I actually kind of wanted to bet on this fight, but I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to bet on either of these fighters because like I was at first I wanted to bet because like Ning Guangyou is so like bad, but I don't know. You can't really tell with these fighters. I don't really have much confidence in Marlon either because I don't know. He's still kind of new. I still got to see what he has to offer.
Yeah, I'm picking Vera, but I'm not betting on this fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Vera too, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Vera with this decision. But let's move on to the next one then. It's gonna be a good fight, man. I'm really excited for this fight. It's gonna be maybe you got me a little excited for it. It's gonna be Dan Hooker versus Jason Knight. Dan Hooker though he's from New Zealand though, so he's gonna have a lot of fans there for him. So that's kind of I'm not sure how much of a difference that's gonna make, but who knows? I really like this guy Jason Knight. When you pointed me out to him, he's very aggressive. I like that. He's always coming forward. He's very good off his back. He's got that good rubber guard game. I think he's even brought in Eddie Bravo, so it's pretty good off his back. But I don't like that. Like, to be honest, I don't like it when people have too much confidence on their back because it kind of like once you start getting to like an elite level, like it's not a good place to be against these elite grapplers because you're not going to be able to pull off those submissions on someone that has really good top game, So, but that being said, I don't think Dan Hooker is that good at a grappling anyway. I think it's going to be a striking. It's going to be standing up, and I think Jason Knight is just faster. He's going to throw more punches, and he's got a really good chin, man. I think he's going to get I think he's probably going to. If he doesn't get a TK, I don't know. I think it's going to go to decision because, Jason Knight knows how to get those decisions because he throws so much volume, and as long as Dan Hooker doesn't get lucky and get a punch and knocks him out, I think Jason Knight should be a good pick for this fight. He just throws more volume, and I think that's what's going to get the decision. The only thing that scares me is that I don't know. He's got the Dan Hooker's on the home. Like he's got the fans on his side, so it might motivate him to try hard and get the knockout. But what do you think? But I'm still gonna go with Jason Knight's decision.
Yeah, both these guys are tough, dude. I mean, neither guy's been knocked out. Hooker has 2 losses by sub. Both of Knight's losses are by decision. Hooker has long whim zone. He has a good sub game. You saw in his last fight against Avita. He had that standing guillotine. It's pretty nice. Well, I think he took it to the ground, but still nice transition. But yeah, Jason Knight impressed me, dude. I mean, his debut, he takes on a really good wrestler in Kasuya, one of the best wrestlers and the biggest featherweights in the division. He took it on short notice, and he lost a decision. He didn't get finished, but he looked pretty decent too in that fight. And then against Jim Hours, beating a dude who used to be the former Cage Warriors champ, Jim Hours is no joke, and that was not a split. That was definitely a unanimous decision. The judges got that wrong. I mean, that was a very good win for him. He showed a very good jab in that fight. Tough as nails, good chin, coming forward, talking shit the whole fight, just like Diaz, And he looked good off his back, too. And he showed he had a good chin. He showed that he has, just like you said, very good volume, and he doesn't quit, dude. And this is going to be a good fight. I mean, both these guys are very good featherweights, but I just think the difference is that Knight is a little more craftier than him. And I think even if Hooker tries to take this to the ground, I think Knight's going to stub him. So I don't think this is going to be a decision. I think Knight's going to sub him in this fight. So he has 2 losses by sub Hooker. So, I mean, I got a feeling Knight's going to get maybe a Dars. I mean, he's off his back, not a Dars, but maybe like a triangle or something. But I just see
those triangles.
Yeah. I see something. I see a finish in this fight, him making a statement. So it's a good fight, man. I mean, one of the best fights in the card.
I like how you pointed out his jab. I like jabs. I think they're very underutilized in MMA, and it's a legit strategy. Jab is very used in boxing.
Yeah, man. But Benny Dariush, your boy. I mean, he has one of the best jabs in the game. So it's definitely one of the best weapons to have.
And it should be used more often, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Jason Knight has a good one too. So I honestly really like that when I saw that.
I mean, Hooker got dominated versus Maxwell Blanco, and I know that was a few years back, but Blanco's not that good of a fighter, dude. So I mean, if Blanco can dominate him, I think Knight can get a win, in my opinion. So people are saying that Hooker's fought the better competition. I mean, Knight's only been in the UFC for 2 fights, and he's looked very impressive. So I don't buy in the fact that Hooker's fought better competition. You don't know all about Jason Knight. Look how he looked in his last fight. So if Hooker's probably overlooking him, you can just tell from all of his posts on social media. He's eating burgers and stuff. He's saying he's gonna knock him out in the first round. He's overlooking this dude. And Knight, he has a good story behind him, man. I like Knight. He's tough as nails, just like we already mentioned. And dudes that have really good chins go pretty far. So I like Knight in this fight, and I do like a finish. Anything else you want to mention in this fight?
No, man. I'm gonna root for the underdog. Just do it.
And he's the dog, man. So we're definitely going to be cashing that bet. All right, the next fight. I've been going back and forth in this fight, but I made a decision. We got Ben Nguyen, who's 15-6 versus Gene Herrera. I might bet in this fight, by the way, but the line's been kind of back and forth. I mean, I think Ben was the favorite, and now I think he's the dog. I'm not really sure it's going to be on Bovada. But
really,
I got Gene Herrera in this fight, dude. Ben Nguyen is good, man. He's very good in the feet. But you saw in his last fight, dude, Louis Smoko took him down, bro, at will and dominated him on the ground. And Gene Herrera has a very good ground game. I say Ben's the better technical striker, but Gene Herrera throws, I think, a little more. I think he throws a little more heat. I think he has more power than Ben Nguyen. And if Gene Herrera mixes in his takedowns, he's going to get this win. So it could be a decision, a close. It's going to be a close fight. It's one of the closest fights in the card. But I just think Herrera has a little more tools in his arsenal, and I can see him mixing in takedowns. So Ben doesn't have the best takedown defense. He is a good fighter, don't get me wrong, but you saw in his last fight, like I already mentioned, Smoko dominated him on the ground. And Smoko just lost to Brandon Marino, a guy from Tough. So, that's throwing me off a little bit. And Gene Herrera has a nice knockout, too. So
I don't think you should take anything away from Smoka. I think you should just give that guy Brandon Moreno a little bit more credit because he actually is a fucking warrior. And his first fight in the Ultimate Fighter was pretty good. That being said, I'm probably going to have to disagree with you and go with Ben Nguyen. It almost seemed like a clear-cut decision for me because it's the fact that Ben Nguyen's even the underdog makes me want to throw some money on it. Just because I think it's more of a pick'em fight, like 50-50, either dog or pass kind of bet for me. But I just think Ben Nguyen has fought the better people, and to me that is something. Like Gene Herrera lost to like Ray Borg, and so I don't know.
He lost to Ali Valentino.
Yeah,
he's better than everyone that Ben Nguyen has fought.
But I feel like you can Ali just like thinking some other Russian. I don't know. Anyway, that doesn't matter.
Fought him.
I think,
Fort Gucci just fought him on Saturday.
Yeah. I just think that Ben Nguyen has fought better people, and he's got first round submission, first round KO. I probably would need to watch more tape though on both of them before I were to place a bet. But that was because I thought Ben Nguyen was going to be a favorite. I didn't know it was such close lines. But I'm going to go with Ben Nguyen with the decision. I just think he's fought the better people, and he's just a better. I don't know. I have to watch more tape.
Yeah, but I'm going to go with Ben. But, hey, he has a lot of knockouts, and that scares me. I know the last time he's been knocked out was in the past, but he's been knocked out like 4 or 5 times. That shit scares me.
Yeah, that's bad. His chin's questionable.
All right, man.
These guys are small though.
Yeah, flyweight.
All right. Next fight. I didn't really do much research on this fight, guys. I'm sorry. I was kind of focusing on some other fights. We got Rich Walsh versus Jonathan Meunier. They're not really. I've never really heard of them much. It's kind of. I think is this John Meunier's first fight in the UFC?
Second fight.
Second fight. He's coming off a loss to Colby Covington. Just got subbed in the 3rd round. He got dominated too. And then we got Rich Walsh. He's a pretty ripped guy from Australia. He's coming off a loss from Biscardi or Andrade, and he also got he also got finished by your boy Joe Bond. And I don't know, man. I'm not that impressed with either of these fighters. Pick, I probably have to go with Rich Walsh. This is just kind of just a guess. I mean, he's fighting kind of home turf. You know, he's going to have the crowd on his side, and I'm just not impressed with either of these fighters. So I'm going to stay away. But I go with Rich Walsh. What about you?
Yeah, this is a very close matchup. I'm not betting on this fight, I'll tell you that. Both these dudes are, in my opinion, at the bottom of the welterweight division. Jonathan, taking on a guy like Colby Covington in your debut on short notice is pretty tough. I mean, he's a grinder, good wrestler, and he didn't really show much in that fight. And I think he trains with Ross or TriStar with Ross. And Rich Walsh is just a tough dude. I mean, he's a tough Australian. He's a grinder, and he's always in your face. He's a pressure fighter. He's aggressive, and he has a good chin, in my opinion, too. And he's relentless with his pressure, and he doesn't really have much besides takedowns. But I mean, I don't know, man. He looked pretty decent against Joe Ben before he got knocked out, but I mean that's not really saying that much. It was like 2-minute knockout loss. But I'm just gonna go with Richard Walsh by a boring decision. I think he takes him down and just like grinds him out. So not a confident pick, not a betting, but I'm gonna be picking Walsh. All right, the next fight is another close fight. We got Damian Brown versus John Tuck. Originally I was gonna pick Damian Brown because he's impressed me in the octagon. He looked good against Cesar in his last fight.
Yeah, he did.
Against Alan Patrice, he looked pretty decent. But when John Tuck shows up, he's pretty good. He didn't look good as the last fight, but I see John Tuck showing up this fight because he could get cut and lose this fight. And Tuck has some good wins in the octagon too. He only lost against like Kevin Lee, I think, and then his last fight, But John Tuck has a good ground game. He has good subs, and he's pretty decent on the feet. So I'm gonna go with Tuck with an upset. What about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you with this one as well. I like Tuck. He's over there training with Benny, I think, so he's gonna be bringing in some heat. He's got some really good grappling, and but like you said, Damian Brown, man, he's a tough guy. He's a fighter, and he's gonna give it his all. He's not gonna quit in there. His last knockout was very impressive. I think he came up, and even his UFC debut was pretty impressive too. He fought a hard fight.
It was.
And
it was Australian dude.
Showed a lot of heart. Yeah, it showed a lot of heart, man. So I like that. But I think give John Brown, he's gonna have the advantage, and I can see him taking his back. I don't know, John Tuck. I think he's got some good grappling. He's good on the ground, and he's okay at the feet. He's gonna be average, but I just think this is where the USA grappling comes in. And I think I hope he's just gonna take him down. Hopefully, train with Benny. He's got some jiu-jitsu in, but Benny likes to strike. But I think I'm gonna go with you too. I hope John Tuck takes to the ground. That's what I'm gonna be predicting. All right, on to the next fight. This is going to be a good fight too. Kind of thinking about throwing some money in on it, but I don't know. We'll see. We got Daniel Kelly versus Chris Camozzi. They're going to be fighting at the 185 division, and I don't know. They're both pretty tough dudes. We got Chris Camozzi. He's just coming off of a loss from Taos Ladies, but before that, he was a pretty impressive win over what's his name, Miranda, right? And I was kind of impressed by that. I had Miranda winning that fight, but Chris Camozzi showed a lot of heart, showed some technique, and he just outpointed him, got the decision. That being said, I'm not really impressed with Daniel Kelly. I was watching some videos from him today, and I don't know. He's effective. He's got good technique, but he just kind of looks like sloppy out there, just kind of sluggish. I think Chris Camozzi is going to be a little quicker than him. Punch. So I'm going to go with Chris Camozzi with the decision. What about you?
Yeah, I'm picking Camozzi too, but this is a lot closer fight than people think. Daniel Kelly is 11-1 record, and he's only lost a knockout loss versus Sam Alvey. And he impressed me against Carlos Jr. I mean, he got dominated those first 2 rounds, and then goes out there and finishes a gas Carlos Jr. And Camozzi's weakness is his ground game. He doesn't have the best takedown defense. And if Daniel Kelly uses that judo, I can see him smothering him for 3 rounds. So I'm not betting on this fight because it's close. It's a very close fight, but I'm going to be picking Camozzi to get the win. I think he has a lot on the feet. You know, he has those knees, his kicks, good jab. He has a good standing game, but he needs to work on his takedown defense and his ground game if he ever wants to go to the top. Because weighties, you know, all the top guys, Jacare, they just keep him down at will and just got the sub. So I do like Camozzi, but he needs to watch out for Kelly. He needs. I hope he doesn't. I hope he's taking the fight seriously. Because Kelly's judo is top class. So, and Kelly's tough as nails too. Does a good chin. He can take a beating like he did in the last fight and come back. So, I'm picking Camozzi, but it's a pick 'em fight in my opinion.
Yeah, it's pretty close, dude. Daniel Kelly's no chance.
Daniel Kelly is not at the bottom of the weight class. He's in the middle.
Yeah, he's in the middle. Yeah.
Before his last fight, I thought he was at the bottom, but he impressed me a lot.
He knows how to he knows how to get the job done. You know, he's not pretty, but he'll get the job done, and it's good enough.
Right. Yeah. All right, man. Next fight in the women's strawweight division, we got Daehu Ham versus Danielle Taylor. It's a pretty easy fight in my opinion. I'm gonna be picking Ham to get the nod. Danielle Taylor is a small 115-pounder, and she didn't impress me in her last fight. That was her fight against Moros is one of the worst fights I've ever seen. It was so boring. Nothing like happened in that fight. And Ham's a gamer, dude. She's beating Courtney Casey, and Courtney Casey, you know, has a good future ahead of her. And she also got robbed versus Beck Rawlings. I thought she won that fight. She's been in there versus, you know, Calderwood. She's an aggressive fighter, and she likes wars. You know, she's been in a couple fight of the nights. She's fighting at home. She's a brawler. And I don't see Taylor, you know, getting takedowns in this fight. I don't see Taylor having that much success. Ham's a bigger girl. I think she's better on the feet. And I see Ham kind of big sistering her and getting a clear-cut decision. What about you?
Yeah, this is a fight. I'm gonna go get my beer and like go to the store and get some food, you know, eat up, and just kind of skip. But if I were to give it a pick, I'd probably have to go with CEO Ham. She just fought the better people, and she's impressive. Danielle Taylor is she's on her way out. I mean, she just got in, but she's on her way out. I don't see much in her. I'm gonna go with Ham with the decision. Next fight, man, it's gonna be a good one. I like this one. It's Khalil Roundtree versus Tyson Pedro. 205 division. We know Khalil from the Ultimate Fighter. He's got heavy hands and some beast fucking body kicks that took a guy out. But we all know his one huge hole, and that's the grappling department, man. I wonder. I'm really curious as to like how he's been doing training. Has he been training jiu-jitsu or what? Because it seems like he really needs to. I just feel like that's a huge hole, and it's going to get tired. I still really think that he's not going to do well against a good. This guy he's facing he's got 3 submission wins. He's a new guy though. He's very, very amateur, man. He's only got 4 fights. They're all wins, but I mean, he's not very. I think they're kind of feeding him a fish, you know, to try to get a knockout. But I don't know, man. Let's see how the lines are. I'm probably gonna be I don't like. I think Khalil Rountree's over. I'm not buying the hype. I'm gonna go with Tyson Pedro with the sub. I don't think Khalil has a good ground game at all. And if the lines are good, if the odds are good, and Khalil's a big heavy favorite, I'm gonna put some money on Tyson. because I just think Khalil's kind of overrated. He's very powerful, but his ground game sucks. So I'm gonna go with Tyson with the sub. What about you?
Yeah, you already know how I feel about this. You know that I'm disagreeing with you. Yeah, I'm a big Roundtree fan, but I'm not that biased because I know he's a good fighter. He does have a huge hole. He doesn't have the best takedown defense. You know, doesn't have the best ground game. But
Gives up his back.
Tyson Pedro is very green, and he's not the
Yeah, that's
dude.
true.
He's not the dude to take out Roundtree, in my opinion. I mean, all the dudes that he's fought in Australia are scrubs. I mean, he's a decent fighter, I guess, but he's not a world class wrestler like Andrew Sanchez. You know, Andrew Sanchez is an elite wrestler. He took him down at will, and Rountree's, you know, I think he hasn't fought in like 4 or 5 months. I hope he's been training a lot in his takedown defense at Syndicate MMA in Vegas. You know, one of the best camps out there. So, Pedro's not the guy to do this. Roundtree has an elite stand up. I mean, every shot that he throws, I mean, his hands are deadly, man. I mean, he's out to take your head off. He has a good arsenal.
Probably gas after the first.
What?
He's probably gas after the first round if he doesn't get a knockout.
I don't think so. I can see him knocking down.
Dude, it depends on that knockout, man. If that's all he has, I feel like he's just got that power. But I mean, it's a weapon. It's strong, man. You can't underestimate the dude. But I feel like when they're that, someone's, I don't know. I don't think he's that technical.
I don't think his ground game sucks. I think it's decent, but he just needs to work on his takedown defense.
His ground game sucks, dude. What good have you seen from it?
Well, we haven't seen that much from him. He's a newcomer anyways, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he has good jiu-jitsu.
He's giving up his back so easily in this. Like, he almost didn't make the house in the first fight. You remember that?
He won the first fight. The second fight he lost to as a teammate.
Yeah, he almost didn't win that first fight, man. That was a close fight, dude. That guy was taking him down.
Corey Hendricks?
In the beginning, yeah. I thought he was. Dude, if some guy from Ultimate Fighter can take you down, good chance a UFC fighter will too.
I still think he has a lot of promise, and I think he could easily pull off a sub and a fight coming up. You have no idea.
Khalil pull off a sub?
I think so.
Dude, you are smoking. What are you smoking? Let me get some. You gotta share.
I don't think he has a bad ground game. I just think he doesn't have the best takedown defense. So
he got choked out.
Against his teammate.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go with Pedro with the sub.
All right, man. I'm picking Roundtree for the finish. I just don't think it's a good fight for Pedro. I mean, he's a newcomer, dude. I mean, like I said, he's green. So I hope Rountree's green.
I agree with that. He is green. That's never good.
But I hope
it's hard to bet on someone working on their debut.
What?
I said it's hard to bet on someone that's making their debut.
Yeah, but
But if the odds are there, I'm gonna bet on him.
If Roundtree really works on the takedown defense, he's gonna be a threat, and that's common sense right there. I mean, he's so good on the feet.
We'll see on Saturday. Time will tell.
We'll see, bro. All right. Next fight, we got UFC Kasuya versus Alex Volkanovski. Yeah, we got Volkanovski who's 13-1 making his debut, and we got Yuki Kasuya 9-2. He's 0-1. He fought Nick Hine. He didn't impress me in that fight. Nick Hine's really not that good of a fighter either, but he has a lot of wins and he's tough. But I'm going with the guy making his debut. I'm not betting on this fight, but Volkanovski's pretty good. I mean, he has a lot of KO wins. I like his arsenal on the feet, and he has a good takedown defense as well. He's pretty well rounded. He has a good wrestler too. So I see Alex getting a nod, probably by a dominant decision, maybe a late finish. What about you?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to agree with exactly what you said. When he fought Nick Hine, I was not impressed. He just looked so stiff out there. He wasn't doing anything. And Nick Hine's not the best UFC fighter either. He's like mid-tier. You know what I mean? Like that. So I mean, if he's a mid-tier, but people are gonna start arguing with what I said. But anyway, Yasuka, he just wasn't impressive at all. He's very stiff, very slow. No, not much volume. That was the only fight I got to see, unfortunately. So who knows? Maybe it could have been some UFC jitters since it was his first fight. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to agree with you, and I'm gonna have to go with the guy making his debut. He's 13-1, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, let's move on to the next fight. This fight's going to be pretty good too. It's going to be Kyle Noke versus Omari Akhmedov. To be honest, I think I'm going to be going with the Australian for this fight. Akhmedov, he doesn't really impress me recently. He got knocked out by that Sergi Morales guy that just fought the U.S. in Brazil. I mean, that guy is no slouch either, but I don't know, man. I think Kyle Noke has some heart. I like the way he fights. He's very scrappy, and he's fighting hometown. So I think it's gonna give him a little push that he needs, and he's going to get the win. What do you think?
Yeah, this is kind of random, but you know Kyle Noke was Steve Irwin's bodyguard?
Oh, really? That was him? I knew one of the fighters who fought, but I didn't know who it was.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, dude. But yeah, dude, I'm going with Noke, dude. I mean, Omari's not one of those good Russians. I mean, he's on a 2-fight losing streak.
He's not a good Russian.
No, he's on a 2-fight losing streak, and they're both getting TKO'd in the 3rd round. So he doesn't have the best chin. Kyle Noke's a very tough dude, good on the feet, and I see him stuffing all Omar's takedowns in this fight and getting a dominant decision or a 3rd-round TKO. So I'm going to go with Noke. Not much to say about this fight. 2 veterans, and they're both on their way out, but I'm going to go with Noke. All right.
Yeah, I think the chin's going to have a lot to do with it because, yeah, the fact that Akhmedov was winning those fights and just got TKO'd, I was so disappointed and probably can never bet on that guy again.
Yeah.
Thinking.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. The next fight, we got Jake Matthews versus Andrew Holbrook. This is one of the easiest predictions on the night. I'm not betting on this fight, but I'm picking Jake Matthews. Andrew Holbrook is not that good. To be honest, he's one of the worst fighters on the roster. He got gifted a win against Ramsey. He got knocked out versus Joaquin Silva. They're giving, Jake Matthews this fight. I mean, in his hometown, they're giving him a, chance to rebound versus Kevin Lee, first round knockout loss. So, Jake Matthews is a good wrestler. One of the biggest dudes in the division. He's really heavy on top. And I'm going with Jake Matthews by a sub. What about you?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Jake Matthews too. I think this is very mismatched fight right here. Just trying to give Aussie some fresh meat, to finish for the, keep these guys entertained. But yeah, this is very mismatched. I'm going to go with Jake Matthews. This grappling is just going to be way too much for him. So, yeah. I think Holbrook's on his way out anyway. He should be cut soon. So, yeah, let's move on to the main event, man. I'm really excited about this fight. We got Robert Whittaker. He's going to be fighting Derek Brunson. And, yeah, man. So, Whittaker, he's coming off of they're both coming off wins. They're doing really good. Derek Brunson, he's coming off of a brutal KO finish over Uriah Hall. I think it was in the 1st round KO. I mean, this guy has so many 1st-round KOs. I think he's got I don't know, man, but I see 4 in a row right here. And Robert Whittaker, he's pretty good too, man. He's got some good boxing, but he's just coming off a win off of Rafael Natal. Hall, so they both have a win over Uriah Hall. But if you ask me, I think Brunson has he's just better overall, man. You're right, Whittaker has good boxing, but he likes to fight with his hands low. I noticed that. He keeps them around his chest. And I think that Brunson is going to take advantage of that, man. He's gonna be too explosive for him. He likes to throw. He throws punches, he throws knees, he throws elbows, he throws kicks, man. He's got more tools. And his grappling's better. You're saying that he's not going to be able to hold him down? I think he will hold him down. He was able to hold down Yoel Romero, who was, I think, pretty much an Olympic-level wrestler. I thought he was doing well against Yoel Romero until he got caught in the third round. I mean, he's got losses, but they're to Yoel Romero and Jacare Souza, which are two legit. He also has a loss against Kendall Grove, but I'm not going to look much into that one. But I mean, he's got losses to legit guys. I think he's fought better competition, and he just has too much momentum on his side right now. I don't know what or why he has so many first-round KOs. But, I mean, he's getting them in the UFC as well, so you know they're legit. I'm not that impressed with Natal. Robert Whittaker took it to decision with him. He also went to decision with Uriah Hall. I mean, I'm thinking he's going to decision with people that Derek Brunson has can blow out. So I just think Brunson's stronger. He's faster. He's got the better grappling. So even if he does get in trouble with the boxing, I think he can take it down. He can take it to the ground real easy, and he won't have a problem with it. He's going to get the win, I think, and it's going to be very decisive. He's going to finish him, I think, pretty quick. So I'm going to go with Brunson with the finish, KO. What's your spiel?
Yeah, this is a good fight, dude. This is very good matchmaking. Brunson's going to get caught in this fight, dude. I mean, I don't like the way. Hey, I let you talk. Do my debate now. I don't like the way he punches because he always leaves his chin out in the air, and that's open to a very hard counter from Whittaker. No one's tested that yet. And I don't like the way that he blitzed Sam Alvey because you can't do that against Whittaker or Whittaker's going to knock you out. So Whittaker has a speed advantage in this fight. He has the cardio advantage. The power is close. I definitely give the wrestling advantage to Brunson. But when have we seen Whittaker get taken down? We really haven't. And his only loss is against Wonderboy at 170. I mean, he just took, 5 rounds for a draw. One of the best fighters in the UFC right now. I mean, Whittaker's boxing is better. He definitely has better combinations too. And both these dudes are tough. They have good chins. But I'm telling you right now, man, I don't like the way Brunson leaves his chin out there. I mean, he throws wild and he throws reckless. And that's open to a counter from Whittaker. So I think Whittaker survives the first couple rounds, and Brunson gasses out after those 8 minutes. So
dude, I haven't seen Brunson gas out.
What?
I mean, he went with 15. He went with 3 hard rounds with Yoel Romero. I didn't see him get gassed out.
He gassed out after 8 minutes and then got knocked out.
He could get knocked out, but I don't know about gassed out. Dude, it's hard not to get gassed out when you're grappling against some guy that's like a fucking savage of Yoel Romero, dude. Anyone will get tired against grappling with him.
Yeah, and I mean, he's been on a 4-fight, first round knockout tear, and I'm not taking anything away from.
Dude, there's no way you can say that their power is close. Brunson blows him out of the water, dude. He's a genetic specimen.
I think Whittaker has really good.
He's almost on Yoel Romero's level, almost. But I'll still give Yoel Romero a slight advantage. But there's no way Whittaker has close to power as Brunson.
I think it's close, to be honest. He's knocked out Tavares. I mean, he's hurt really good guys. I know he didn't knock out Uriah Hall, but I mean, who cares that Brunson knocked him out? I mean, Whittaker put on a dominant performance against him. So I think power's close. I don't think it's walking apart for Brunson. I might give the advantage.
Dude, I don't. The only time I really think that Brunson runs out with his chin is when he's hurt the other person. I haven't seen him with his chin out that often.
The way he blitzed
Alvey. I was looking for it.
The way he blitzed Alvey, you cannot do that against Whittaker. Alvey's slow. Whittaker's fast, and he's going to catch his chin.
Alvey's. I mean, I'll give that. I don't know, man. Alvey's a good counter puncher as well, man. He's probably one of the best.
Yeah, Whittaker's on another level, dude. Whittaker has top boxing in that division. I'm telling you right now.
I think Alvey could knock out Whittaker.
What? Brunson is not a boxer, bro. Whittaker is.
This is not a boxing match.
And Whittaker has good kicks too. Whittaker's not one-dimensional at all.
I like how he mixes it up, but neither is Brunson. Brunson's got the better grappling. He'll take it to the ground. He'll take it to the ground, and Whittaker won't do anything about it.
But
Whittaker can't do anything about it.
We haven't seen Whittaker off his back. He has great takedown defense.
Because he hasn't really fought many wrestlers. How many wrestlers has he fought?
Clint Hester's a wrestler. He's fought in Colton Smith at 170. So there you go.
He's big boys now. He's with the big boys now. It's going to be a little different game. 185 is bigger.
Clint Hester's a 185er. Boy, he was. But yeah, dude, this is a very good fight.
He's not as elite as Brunson, dude. Brunson mixes it up way too well. He's got the striking and he's got the grappling. That's what makes it even harder, is that you're not just worried about the grappler. You're worried about his strikes. You're worried about him taking it down. You're worried about his explosiveness. I think he's got more tools. But
okay, man. Well, I mean, the last time we had a long debate was Larkin versus Magny, and we know who won that matchup. So, you know, right here, baby.
Hey, why do you like to bring up the past, dude? Are you like a chick? Always bringing up the past. Are you studying history? Are you a historian?
Yeah, dude. So,
hey, time will tell. How about time will tell? We'll see what happens this time.
Yeah,
but I think Brunson's
matchup, I'll come out on top again. But it's a very good matchup. It's a very good fight. I'm telling you right now.
It's gonna be a good one. I can't wait for it.
All right, I got Whittaker. You got Brunson. Most confident picks for me are going to be probably Jake Matthews, Whittaker, and I'm going to have to go with Roundtree. What about you?
I'm probably going to go with Brunson. Probably Noke is up there. And Matthews. For sure, Matthews.
Yeah. I'm only betting.
But I'm probably not going to bet on Matthews. Maybe throw him in a parlay. We'll see how it goes.
I'm only betting on Whittaker, Knight, and Roundtree. What about you?
On Brunson, Knight, and I don't know. See, it's kind of hard to tell now. I want to wait till the odds are out. Just tell you who else I'm going to vote. Just who else I'm going to bet on. Because it's hard to tell.
All right, guys. We'll be back in a week. Hope you guys liked our video. Let us know in the comments below if you guys disagree with us or, agree with our picks. We'll be back in a week for Benavidez versus Cejudo. And Mighty Mouse versus the winner of Tough. If Tim Elliott wins, I'm definitely putting some dog money on him, which is pretty crazy because Mighty Mouse is a dominant champ.
Suck his dick already, bro. Suck his dick. We all know you want to.
I'm a huge Tim Elliott fan, bro.
Why?
Because he's unorthodox and he's crazy, man. He fights dude like a freaking maniac.
That's just not gonna work against a fucking champ. We'll see.
Yeah, Mighty Mouse is the best, dude, but I can see him pulling off something crazy. So we'll see.
And I like his style. Yeah. I do like his style. He's nonstop. Actually.
Jorge Masvidal is going to pick apart Jake Ellenberger for 3 rounds.
Who?
Masvidal.
Oh yeah, easy work.
He's gonna pick apart Jake Ellenberger. All right, guys. We'll see you in a week.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
See you guys. Go Whittaker.